Welcome everybody, my name is Woodhouse, a staffer for Montana eSports, and what you're about to view is the Montana eSports Guide for beginning Starcraft 2. This series of tutorials is focused on helping new players get their feet wet in this high-powered game of chess, and also there to help players who are coming back to the game regain some of their bearings on the basics. These tutorials will start slowly, and follow a similar pattern to introductory missions of Starcraft 2, the Wings of Liberty, and Starcraft 2, the Heart of the Swarm, going over basic screen layout, key bindings, hotkeys, and selecting and moving units. Later on, they will move into basic strategies such as playing for economy, aggression, fast expanding, and long-term play. To start this first video, we will cover different resources and locations for information, as well as going over some of the very basic ideas on how to approach this game as to have fun in what some see as the hardest part of the game, which is getting started. The first thing we'll go over in this tutorial is choosing a race. The game of Starcraft 2 has 3 playable races and a random function if either you can't decide which race is best or simply love all 3. The first, using the order of the expansions to go through them, is Terran, a race of scrappy humans who resemble a modern military with tanks, marines, and heavy guns. The next is the Zerg, an unrelenting tide of world-consuming critters whose sole purpose is to serve their queen and fulfill her will. And finally we have the Protoss, a psionic-based race whose mechanical walkers with eternally honored warriors are used to crush the enemies in battle. A full review of each of these races as well as their backstory and other information is available at battle.net by clicking on the Starcraft 2 section and then the game guide. We would suggest that if you are completely new to the game that you take some time to browse through this section and make a decision on which race you would like to play. However, it's not mandatory to choose a race. You may want to become proficient in all 3. The next thing we'll go over in this first video is the use of other resources for Starcraft 2. Realistically, there's only 2 major sources for information pertaining to Starcraft 2 that I would consider credible. The first is the Battle.net forums. These are the forums associated with Blizzard Entertainment, which provide a plethora of information about not only the game of Starcraft 2, but also other Blizzard games. It's also important to remember tutorials for Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone will eventually join all of these videos on this channel, so stay tuned for future updates. The next major contributor of information that I would consider credible is that found over at www.teamliquid.net. This community has been around since the time of Starcraft Brood War, and along with its associated wiki, Liquipedia, are arguably the best source for Starcraft, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, and Dota 2 news and information. Both of these sources make great resources for any news and information for not only Starcraft, but as well as the other games. Don't worry about writing any of that information down, we'll post the links to both of these websites down below. In the coming weeks, mechanics videos for all of the races as well as videos for basic builds will be posted to this channel, alongside the tutorials for the other games that Montana eSports is looking forward to hosting. For those of you who don't remember quite what they are Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, and League of Legends, as well as Starcraft 2, with certainly more information and more tutorials to come in the future. With all that being said, it's important to keep in mind that while learning any new game, it can be overwhelming to watch streamers or friends play and not completely know what's going on. With this series, we hope to break everything down into manageable chunks with timestamps, so that if you ever get lost while trying to work something out, you can simply go back and find that section. The links below will take you to one of the 4 tutorial sections: Basic Mechanics, Terran Tactica, Zerg Tactica, and Protoss Tactica. From the entire staff here at Montana eSports, we sincerely look forward to gaming with you guys online, and hope that you guys stick around for future updates. So again, this is Woodhouse, speaking on behalf of the entire Montana eSports staff, saying thank you for watching, and if you're interested still, check us out at www.montanaesports.com. Thank you guys for watching.